Good morning student. In this video we will learn how to create SQL database. So here go to your web application. I am having a web application as a name of database web. So just go here, say right click. In right click say add. Now in this add you have to add the item. Go to the new item. In new item it will load some templates. Now here we have to add the data. So click on the data. Now here you can see different datas are there. Among that we have to add SQL database, that is a SQL Server database. Click on this SQL Server database. Now here name will be database 2. I will change this name. Suppose we want to create for student database. So write down student DB. This is your database. Say add. Now here it will say that whether you want to place this one into app_data folder. Yes. Now it will take some time and this data will be added into this app data. After adding this data, we have to check whether this is added in the Server Explorer or not. Now see here, in this app data, you can see that right now there are the two databases. One is a student DB, just we have created, and another one is a database1.mdf. Among that we have to deal with the new database. Now go to here Server Explorer. In Server Explorer, just student DB you can see. Click over here. Now the Server Explorer means it is a collection of your database. Now go to the tables. Click on the table. Now here say add new table. Right click. Now this will open the table in a design view. In this design view we have to create the table column names. Create table. Now you can see here DBO dot table. Now this table, it is in the design view. You can change this table name with this, suppose student table. Given student or write down student info. Now here we have to add these different columns, just like student roll number, password or student information. We can write down over here. We will create a table. Now it is loading. Now see here you can see the ID. Instead of ID I will write down here as a roll number. Second field I will write down only the name. So we can create, in this way we can create different fields. Now data type, if you click over here you can see the different data types. Just go through these different data types, okay, and you can choose the right data type which is required for your database. So these are the two fields we have added right now. You can see roll number and the name. Now say update. Here you can see one update name, and just click on this update and then say update database. Once it is enabled, then we have to update the database. So this table will be get created. We can add the content into the table from this Visual Studio as well as through programming also we can add the content. Now say update database. Now it will generate some script that whether it is updating or not, and update complete you can see over here. Now this green symbol says that updated successfully. Go to the Server Explorer, go to the table. In this table you can see student info. Just you have to refresh it, refresh this student DB, right click and say refresh. So new changes will be added over here. So you will see this table right now, student info. Double click on this one. So you can see it in a design view. If you want to open this one to add the content, then show table data. Now you can see here the null. So I'm adding some content as your roll numbers 01, the name suppose as an ABC, 18600102, let's take, and XYZ. So right now we have added these two content. Save this one and we can close it. So in this way we can create this database. Now in last video of theory that we have seen, we can get a connection string from this database also. So what we have to do is go to this MDF, this database, right click over here and go to the properties. In these properties you can see one of the property as in a connection string. So you can see this connection string containing this all this information. Say Control A, select this one, Control C, and let's see what exactly it contains. Now this connection string, it contains some data as of data source local DB, MS SQL local DB. So this is your data source which is present on the local machine. Then attach DB file. This shows the location where exactly your student DB is located, studentdb.mdf, and integrated security is equal to true. It is equal to true means we are using the Windows authentication. We are not using this SQL authentication. That we will see later. I will show you how to don't save. Okay, so this is about this data source. Directly add this data source into the programming, and through this way also we can connect to a database. So this is about the properties. Now I will show you one program that you can see here. In this program you can see there are the 4 fields: roll number, name, course, and the attendance. So through this text box we can take an input and we can pass this input to this database. Now where is the database? This is a database that you can see the connection, and it containing the student as in a database. In the student table, if you see the fields, there are the roll number, name, course, and the attendance. These are the fields. If we see the content, let's see the content. These are some contents, and name, course, and the attendance. Some content added through this view, through the Visual Studio, and some content added by web browser by running the program. Now another one, display data, want to show that this information will be displayed through the grid view by connecting the SQL data source. Now let's run this program, then you will get an idea what exactly this program contains. So in database insert, through which we can run this program. Now this web browser will show the output. It takes some time. This is an output. Now we can enter a data. So 186006, let's take, name ABC AB, and PHP 80%. Say data insert. Now this has been inserted data. You can see roll number 6, AB, PHP, and 80%, and it is redirected to display data. We will see the coding. Now here you can see this is a grade view, and in this grade view your data has been displayed and it has been inserted into the student table. Now let's go to the coding part. First of all, let's go to this database insert coding part. Database insert. Okay, so here in there is one button, and in this button, with the help of this, we are inserting the data. Now this is another way that to make the SQL connection. SQL connection gone, and then we have to add with the help of the configuration manager. So this is another way that you can add the connection. For that you have to import the two packages. One is using system.data.sql client and another one using system.configuration for configuration manager. Now here in a try block it has been put, but you can add here finally also for this close one for the standard method. Now here SQL connection con object, create object of this class SQL connection, and in between write down configuration manager dot connection string, in between connection that name of that connection which is used to display in the that particular database as a data source, and dot connection string. Now this will connect to that particular database connection. Then con dot open, that is to open that particular connection. After that we have to perform the insertion operation. Then take a string variable, string data insert, you can write down any string variable over here, is equal to insert into student. This syntax is SQL query of insertion. Roll number, name, course, attendance, values, and while writing the values write down @roll number, @name, @course, and @attendance. So these values will be added. After that SQL command, this is another class, write down cmd, SQL command cmd, it is an object, is equal to new SQL command, and we have to write down this one query, that is insert query. You can write down directly query over here also, but that will be very long string, that's why you can make a different statement for that. Data insert and then con. So this command we have to execute with this one, cmd dot execute dot query. Before that we have to add the values and add for roll number, name, course, and the attendance, and these values will be added by the parameters that we have to take from text box 1, text box 2, 3, and 4. For that you have to write down this command object with cmd dot parameters dot add with value, and then first one where we want to add that value, and the second one from where we are getting this value, second parameter. So in this way write down these statements. After that execute this query, cmd dot execute non query, it will execute these statements, and response dot redirect to display data dot aspx, and then con dot close. If there is some error, then catch this error with this exception error, and response dot write down the error on this web browser. Let's go to the display data part. Display data, here go to the design view. You will see one SQL data source one. I will show you in the next video how to add it, and this is the grid view. So you can add it through the toolbox. Go to the toolbox and here type here SQL data source. See, you can see here SQL data source, just you have to drag over here and you have to configure that data source. Another one, toolbox, go to here and grid view. So just drag this grid view, and here we have to format it. Okay, so I will show you that how to add this grid view in the next video. So just delete this one also. So in that way it has been added. In the source you can see how exactly it looks. This is SQL data source, and it is binded with this connection database, and the query has been written as in a select star from the student, and then it will be displayed with this grid view. So it is very simple one to display the data with the grid view even without writing any sort of coding of the connection string. So that we have seen in this video that how to create a database, how to create it, add a new item, and from here you can add the database by adding a new item, and that will be added into app data. After adding it, go to this particular new database created, refresh it. If it is showing across, then refresh it, then it will be get activated. Go to the tables and say new table. So try all these examples. First of all, try to create a SQL database and SQL tables, some fields, add some fields, and in next video we will learn that how to use a grid view to display simple data with the help of this, and how to make a connection, SQL connection with this ASP.NET. Right now we will stop here, and thank you.